Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is Cumulative Test 8A Review. Again, this is just like the test, except it's a review. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you what you should write down in your spiral. Okay, so the bag contained only red and white marbles. If the ratio of red to white marbles was 5-4, what fraction of the marbles were white? Okay, so here's what I know. I know that if I have 5 plus 4, I get 9. So my fraction of the total marbles is going to be white marbles over total, or 4/9. Okay, please ask me questions if you have any questions about this. Number 2. I'm going to scooch this up a little bit. Also, remember, you can go back and you can rewind, you can fast forward, all of that. John ran 4 laps of the track, so 4 laps in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. This is what we're given. Okay, so A says, how many seconds did it take him to run? Seconds. So the first thing I have to do is convert 5 minutes to seconds. So I know 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So my minutes are going to cancel. And I have 5 times 60 seconds, which is 300 seconds. But I can't forget that we have this 40 seconds here. So I have to add the 40. And I end up with 340 seconds. Again, make sure you ask me if that doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm on B. Sorry, same one, B. Okay. What is the average number of seconds it took John to run each lap? So when they ask me for average, I write average is equal to the sum over how many. Okay, here, the sum of all 4 laps was 340 seconds. How many laps was it? It was 4 laps. So 340 divided by 4, 340 divided by 4 equals 85 seconds per lap. Okay, and make sure that you ask the question if you need to. Ask all of the questions, please. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to look at 3. Number 3. Claire's car averages, so I'm given 21 miles per, this is my per line, hour. At that rate, how far would it go? Unknown. How far in miles on 21 gallons? So it's 21 miles. Oh, I said per hour. That's not right. This should be per gallon. My bad. So I'm going to multiply this times my 21 gallons. My gallons are going to cancel. And what I have is 21 miles times 21, which gives me, let's see, handy dandy calculator, 21 times 21 equals 441 miles. Oh, that's my dog. Okay, so on 21 gallons at 21 miles per gallon, I can go okay, great, lovely. I can go 441 miles. Okay, so that was 3. I don't know as I have enough room down here to do 4. So I'm going to pause and, well, let me go ahead and give it a shot. Why not? Okay, number 4 says diagram this statement and answer the questions below. 75%. So I'm going to have to stop there. I'm given 75%, which is 75 per 100, which if I reduce is 3/4. So if I'm diagramming this statement, that means I need 4 boxes, because this is how many boxes I need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so good. 75% of the 104 adults. Let's pause. I have 104 total adults. So now to figure out what I have here, so I know that 3/4 are something and 1/4 is something else. I don't even know yet because I haven't read the whole problem, but I know that I have to divide 104 by 4. So let me grab my calculator. 104 divided by 4 equals 26. That's what's going to go in each one of these. Okay, so let me close that. Okay. So 75% of the 104 adults at the in the McLaughlin clan were 5 feet tall or taller. Okay, great. So that's these. I'm going to erase, and I'm going to do it like right above. So hold on. So hopefully you have another sheet of paper you can continue down in this direction. Oh, can't write with the eraser down in this direction, but I'm going to have to go back up here. So A of 4, it says how many of the adults were less than 5 feet tall. So that's going to be your 1/4. So 1/4 of the adults were less than 5 feet tall, and that equals 26. Okay. And then B, how many were taller? 5 feet or taller. So that's here. I have either 26 plus 26 plus 26, which is 3 times 26, which is, let's use our calculator. 3 times 26 is 78. Okay. And that's how you do 4. Let me know if you have any questions on that one. I'm going to erase. Okay, here's number 5. So important when you take notes like this that you can read your own handwriting. Okay, so number 5 says, what is the perimeter of this polygon? This polygon is a rectangle. This is 0.6 meters. This is 0.3 meters, which means this is 0.6 meters and this is 0.3 meters. So the perimeter, when I do perimeter, I pick a side, I start at a side, and I go in a direction until I come back to that side. So 0.6 plus 0.3 plus 0.6 plus 0.3 is equal to, let me get my handy dandy calculator, 0.6 plus 0.3 plus 0.6 plus 0.3, oh, wait, back up, 3, is 1.8. So that's how you do 5. And then 6 asks us, so this is perimeter. And then 6 asks us for area. And we know that the area of a rectangle is length times width. This is also on the wall, in case you forget. So our length is 0.6, our width is 0.3. And if I multiply those, 0.3 times 0.6, I get 0.18 meters squared. So please let me know if you have any questions about those two. Let's take a look at number 7. Number 7. So it says, I'm actually going to draw this out. And if I were you, I would draw it out in your notes as well. Okay, so it says AB is 35. AB is 35. CD is 45. CD is 45. And then AD, let me get a different color here. Right, let go. Lovely. AD is 110. So they want to know how much is BC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 35 plus 45, and I get 35 plus 45 equals, I get 80. And then I'm going to subtract and I get 30. So BC is equal to 30 millimeters. Please let me know if you have any questions about that. Okay. Back here, number 8. The length of segment CD in problem 7 is 45. So we're given CD is equal to 45 millimeters. What is the length in centimeters? So what's unknown is CD in centimeters. So this is when I do my given times my unit multiplier is equal to my answer. And my unit multiplier here is either going to be 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter, or 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. These are both equal. You just have to figure out which one you want as your unit multiplier. So I'm given 45 millimeters. I'm going to leave this blank for right now. I know my answer needs to be in centimeters, so I want the one with centimeters in the top. That's going to be this one. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. My millimeters are going to cancel. I end up with 45 over 10, which is 4.5 centimeters. Please let me know if you have any questions about that one. Let's go on to number 9. I might have to erase. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is definitely going to a part 2. So let me see if I can't get 9 and 10 here in part 1 and then start at 11 in part 2. So 9 says a coin is tossed and a spinner is spun. So before I even go any further, for a coin, I know my options are heads or tails. And for this spinner, I know my options are 1, 2, and 3. One possible outcome is heads and 3. What is the sample space for this experiment? So I can get heads and 1, heads and 2, or heads and 3, or I can get tails and 1, tails and 2, tails and 3. This is my sample space. This is every possible outcome that I could get. Okay? And then number 10, if 2 angles of a triangle measure 50 degrees, then what is the measure of the third? You really don't need to draw this, but if you're more of a visual learner, it might help. So if this is 50 degrees and this is 50 degrees, we want to know what this is. Now I know that all 3 angles of any triangle anywhere add up to 180. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 50 plus 50. That's 100, and I'm going to subtract. So the third angle is 80 degrees. All right, go to part 2.